Good morning students, I welcome you all to chemistry class. Today we are going to see a very interesting topic, that is chemical properties of metal. So last class we completed the physical properties of metal and non-metal. Now we are going to see the interesting topic, that is chemical properties of metal. So here are some of the metals, and now we are going to see the chemical property, that is how they are reactive with other chemicals. So the first reaction is reaction of metal with oxygen, that is with air. So here the first metal what I have taken is sodium. So sodium reacts with oxygen, that is air, oxygen present in air, and it gives a basic oxide, that is sodium oxide. So here you can see the metal reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere and it forms a substance sodium oxide. It is a basic oxide. So here the sodium, potassium, lithium are stored in kerosene. So can you tell me the reason why sodium, potassium and lithium are stored in kerosene? Yes, very good. They all are very reactive metals. So, these metals are naturally very reactive in nature. So, what happens is, as they are more reactive, they are stored in kerosene. So, if they are taken out of kerosene, they come in contact with oxygen in the atmosphere and suddenly it catches fire. So that to avoid the firing or to avoid these things, it is kept in kerosene. And these metals are also soluble in water. So as these metals are soluble in water, they are known as alkali. So we also learnt this in early chapters that if a metal is soluble in water, it is known as alkali metals. Here you can see the sodium oxide which we obtain is again treated with water. When it is treated with water, it completely dissolves in water and it forms sodium hydroxide. Again, this one is basic in nature. So the first metal what we saw is sodium. So this sodium is burnt in presence of air to give basic oxide, and this basic oxide when combines with water it forms sodium hydroxide. So this is about very reactive, highly reactive sodium. Then the second metal what we are going to see is magnesium. So when this magnesium is treated with oxygen, it requires high temperature. So here it requires very less temperature, that is at once it is taken out of kerosene, it reacts with oxygen present in the atmosphere. But here when we take this magnesium need to heat it for a longer time. So here this reaction we have already seen in our chemistry lab. So when this magnesium is taken, it is taken in the form of a long ribbon. So magnesium is taken in the form of a long ribbon, and when it is burnt in oxygen, it takes more time to catch fire. So its temperature is very high and it forms magnesium oxide. So this magnesium oxide when dissolves in water, it partially dissolves in water. It does not dissolve itself completely. It partially dissolves in water and it forms magnesium hydroxide. This is also again basic in nature. So compared to the sodium hydroxide, this is less reactive metal, that is less basic in nature. And the next metal what we are going to see is aluminium. So this aluminium reacts with oxygen and this is least reactive metal. So here what happens is, this is a very least reactive and it forms aluminium oxide, which is again basic in nature. So here this aluminium shows both acidic and basic nature. So already what we saw is sodium metal and magnesium metal. Sodium metal and magnesium metal shows only the basic nature. But here the aluminium what we see is show aluminium both acidic and basic nature, or acidic oxide and basic oxide. So these type of elements are known as amphoteric oxides, or these type of oxides. So here you can see aluminium oxide which is basic in nature. So these type of oxides are known as amphoteric oxide. So shows both acidic and basic nature. So this is a reaction where aluminium shows the basic nature. Here you can see aluminium reacts with oxygen. It gives aluminium oxide which is basic in nature. So these type of compounds oxides are known as amphoteric oxides. Next, here you can see this aluminium oxide, when treated with sodium hydroxide, it forms a salt, that is sodium aluminate. The formula is NaAlO2. So here in this reaction, when aluminium oxide is treated with sodium hydroxide, it forms a salt, sodium aluminate, and this sodium aluminate is acidic in nature. So as already I said that aluminium shows both acidic and basic nature. So these type of compounds, so compounds like elements like aluminium or the compounds like aluminium oxide are amphoteric in nature. And the next one is, for example, iron, copper, these are very least reactive metal. And elements like gold and silver, they do not react with oxygen, so they are very least reactive metal. So this is the reaction of metal with oxygen. So first we saw reaction of sodium, it is very highly reactive. Then we saw reaction of magnesium, magnesium is less reactive compared to sodium. Then we saw aluminium, which is again less reactive than magnesium. Then we saw iron and copper, they are very least reactive metal. Then gold and silver, they are very least reactive metal. So these are the reactions of metal with oxygen. Now the next one what we are going to see is reaction of metal with water. So here again you can take the example of potassium. Potassium when combines with water, it forms potassium hydroxide with the liberation of hydrogen and heat. So here you can see this potassium combines only with the cold water. So the condition is it combines only with the cold water. The condition is potassium combines with cold water to form potassium hydroxide. Then again next one. So here sodium also combines with cold water to form sodium hydroxide, hydrogen plus heat. And calcium again combines with cold water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. So here you can see in all the reactions hydrogen gas is released along with the liberation of heat. So all these types of reactions are also known as exothermic in nature. All these type of reactions are also known as exothermic in nature. So these three elements are highly reactive with cold water. Then again when you see the reaction of magnesium with water, it is non-reactive with cold water. So magnesium metal will not react with cold water. It will react only with hot water to form magnesium hydroxide. Or this magnesium reacts with steam, that is in the form of gas to form magnesium oxide. Then we can see that aluminium, zinc, iron reacts with steam only. So these are the elements which react with only steam. So here you can see the reaction, aluminium reacts with steam. Here the formula H2O does not represent that it is in the form of water. So here it is in the form of steam. So aluminium reacts with steam to form aluminium oxide. Zinc reacts with water to form zinc oxide. Iron reacts with water, that is in the form of steam, to form iron oxide. So here you can see these two elements, that is iron and zinc, both of them forms both acidic and basic oxides. So these two are known as amphoteric oxides. So the reaction of metal with water, you can see sodium, potassium and calcium reacts with cold water, magnesium reacts with hot water, and aluminium, zinc and iron reacts with only steam. Then here are some elements which do not show any reaction, that is lead, gold, copper and silver. They do not show any of the reaction with water. So if these metals are combined with water, they will not show any reaction. They will be non-reactive. So students, I hope that you understand this today's class, that is chemical reaction of metals. We saw two reaction of metal with water and reaction of metal with oxygen. So students, every day I inform you that whatever portion is taken, at once you have to study the portion, and also the pages I will give to you, learn it and study. Thank you.